So St. James, you were talking about how disappointed you are with the music business. You want to let me kind of fill me in?
Yeah, well, most importantly is coming from the an old school experience in terms I say old school, throwback, old school. I'm 55, so to me in this game, it's I've been in doing it 30 years. That's a long time to be chasing this dream.
Yeah.
The dream initially was to be assigned to a major label, to get a record deal, to put out quality music, and obviously uh, earn a living and ultimately gain some level of professional experience with it. But and everybody's goal was in that back in the day in the 90 early mid 80s to the 90s was to be a star, to be a superstar, to be an R&B celebrity or whatever. So you have to redirect your expectations with the reality of how the music business itself has shifted. So I went through the 90s era when if I had the stuff I got now in the 90s, I'd be a millionaire. Ridiculous. But because of the changes in the industry, the streaming, the way the internet has taken over the industry, and everybody and their grandmama is a singer, songwriter, producer, artist, or rapper or something. It's just oversaturated, and the quality of artistry has diminished while the quantity of artistry has increased. So that was my goal, but I've shifted and understood that. But so I've understood as I grew and matured and understood the business and the game of it, and every time you turn around, the music, like you said, technology shit changes every day. So does this industry. One minute you were selling CD, one minute you had vinyl and tapes and cassettes, and the next minute you had CDs. From CDs you had the streaming or MP3s and all that. Now it's just strictly streaming, and it's just interesting how and the ways to make money have gotten slimmer and slimmer. So, I never did this for money, but it costs so much to listen. You can't make any money or as much money as you could make 20 years ago.
Okay.
But the cost to make the stuff has not diminished with the fact that artists aren't making money. So if artists aren't making money, how the hell can we continue to pay to do this stuff if we're not making any money back to keep doing it? You go in a hole, you'll end up losing your house and go bankrupt and broke trying to keep up with this stuff if you're not fiscally smart or business savvy. And I think that if the artists aren't making money off their records and their music, and I'm not just talking about singing at shows and touring, that's a cop out to me. I think that's the extreme. If an artist doesn't want to sing live and do live show, because it's the road is a horrible, frustrating, long, suffering place.
Okay.
You lose your family, your life, you lose anything on the road, man. A lot of stuff happen to people when they get on the road out there doing shows and traveling and touring. And then they end up coming back home to nothing because, the road demands so much of you. So I don't think you should have to sing live and do live shows to earn a living as a recording artist. I'm a recording artist. Now, I can sing live and do shows if I want to, but at this point, I don't got the energy to get on the road and deal with a bunch of fake people, beg for applause, and sing for my supper. I don't want to do that no more. I did it in my 20s, 30s. So, but I do believe that I make a quality recording artist product enough to make a living off of it, and I should be able to eat off of it. And if I'm not doing that, I can't continue to do it. And the cost to make the records hasn't went down with it hasn't caught up with the fact that artists aren't making money. So if I'm making records, I'm spending money in my pocket, and I can't get the money back, that at least some money back for producing a song.
Okay.
To go back in the studio and make another song, that's not good business. Now, I have a master's degree in business, so in my mind, economically speaking, it doesn't make good sense to take my capital, invest it in a product that doesn't give me a return on my investment. So that's not a good business. That's not even logical business sense. So why am I going to keep doing it? And that's what's going on. Artists aren't making money off their music that they create, but when they go to create the music, the engineers charging for them to mix it, to record you. You got to get somebody to make the track if you aren't a musician or producer. And then you gotta promote it and market it. The logo, the graphics, the artwork, your outfit, shoot the video, the videographer. I mean, you pay all this money to present one song, and you can't even make the money back if you do well. Like I did 180,000 digital radio spins on Gentle. I ain't seen a check yet from them people. Now I got to get a lawyer. So
Oh
then when
my
you get a lawyer,
goodness.
so then when you get a lawyer,
You gotta pay lawyers.
Then the lawyers don't litigate. They just take you. They just attend. They take your money. What they do is say, you need give me $500 to, and then I'll talk to you about what I think you should do. And you know, they want money just to tell you something you already know. Not, hey, give me $500, and then if you got a case, then I'll deduct that 500 or apply that towards a retainer to take your case and litigate it. A lot of these entertainment lawyers don't want to litigate. They just want to use that legal entertainment degree or entertainment law degree to make money off the artist. And they've been doing that since the inception of the industry too, where they will be in bed with the labels or with the production companies or the music people and say, I got an artist. And then they're more concerned about being celebrities as lawyers and shopping your music to major labels to get their cut than they are concerned about representing the client properly for the income that they're expecting to do it. I don't want to sound, there's so many layers to it that I just can't even begin to tell you. I think I've discovered the whole game and I'm just, man, I just really like, wow, this is a racket, all of it.
Wow.
So it's crazy. So
it is. It sounds so, just based on what you had just said, it just sounds so very frustrating for artists out here now. So are you working with any new artists for Household Entertainment?
Nah, when I told you 2020, I had about 4 or 5 different artists. I'm down. I still work with Pops when he needs something, but nah, I'm probably got $250,000 outstanding debt that artists and late people owe me right now. $250,000. I can do it in my math in my head right now of money that's owed me for making records with people. Man.
So what is it? I mean, what is it? What was, if you don't mind me asking?
No, ask away.
What is the reason? I mean, you know, like they get tired, they get frustrated as well. What?
It's no honor. There's no see. This is another thing, because there's no legislation or anything governing unethical practices in the music industry outside of copyright infringement. That's the only thing you're seeing people get in trouble with in the legal in the media. You'll see copyright infringement, or somebody go to court over a song. When Ed Sheeran kind of sampled the whole Scrubs and Robin Thicke and them and T.I. and Pharrell did that Marvin Gaye sample that they didn't give credit to the Marvin Gaye, and they lost that $7 million. That's because it's copyright infringement. It's that's a federal thing. It's crime. So anytime you know how the government is, Uncle Sam gonna get his money. And you got to think about what copyright infringement means. You basically have taken a work, whether it's music, a book, or any kind of like media, and got it covered by the copyright, the electronic copyright office. And what that is that's a federal office, and basically you're copyrighting your work. You pay them a fee to do that. So they're making money off of you just registering your song with the copyright organization, which also protects your work in the event someone does use it or try to, intellectual property violations. Those are the only things that's getting press or any kind of enforcement of criminalization. Everything else is free for all. Like, so there's no like if you jaywalk, you're gonna get a citation. If you speeding in a car, you're gonna get a ticket. If you're driving under the influence, you're gonna get a DUI and do some time or pay fees and fines. The music industry has no regulation where if you sign a contract with somebody, you can just say F you and ghost them and don't have to pay that. And then by the time you try to take them to court, you're gonna cost you more to sue them than it is than what they owe you. So there's no consequences for anyone in this business outside of copyright infringement. So people are running roughshod, doing whatever they want to do, scamming, conning, gaming people, and taking people's money, and there's no consequences. You can do nothing. And that's why people revert to violence a lot, and threatening and
Mhm.
violence and people killing people over the music and because it boils down to the money, but it's also the principle. People put their blood, sweat, and tears in this product, creating this music, and some people just have no respect for it. So I think when you think about the movie industry,
Mhm.
they have a union. The skilled actors,
Screen Actors Guild.
Screen Actors Guild.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm fumbling because I'm
That's
rusty, but
okay.
forgive me. But the Screen Actors Guild have a union. They pay dues. They have IBDM. So you have to. There's structure in the entertainment, in the film industry.
Okay.
So you just can't get out of prison from fresh off a murder and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be a actor today and be a star in a movie," because it ain't you gotta have a SAG card and be a member and pay dues and be recommended, and it's a lot to it. So, but in the music business, you can literally kill somebody and do a short stint of time and get out of jail and say, "Hey, I'm a singer today. I'm a rap," and now you are. No credentials, you don't have to pay no dues, you don't gotta have no credentials, you don't gotta have no referral recommendation. You just can say, I'm a singer, I do R&B, I'm a producer, I'm a videographer, I'm a dancer, anything. Nobody's gonna say nothing. It shouldn't be that way. I really think the government has to get involved and start making some regulate some stuff and legislate some change in this industry for it to be competitive and fair. And that's a lot mouthful, but that's what I feel.
Okay, so if you're signing a new artist, say that you're going to sign a new artist to work with, can you stipulate all of that to a certain extent in a contract with them?
That's my point. I've done that, and I have contracts with people that Maxine Jones owes me $32,000. I'm just saying names because I'm not holding back, because these people are getting on my damn nerves, acting like they just gonna walk away from me and don't owe me my damn money.
Okay.
Them records cost time and cost me money, and I had agreements with people. I have a contract with Jay Chosen. I'm going through this right now. I just did 4 songs on this. He's in a duet with me, but you notice his name ain't mentioned. It just says St. James.
I did notice that.
Okay, you see, ain't nobody. I ain't even shout him out. Ain't even do. I'm not, because he owes me $15,000. Him, his label, and his manager and his label. I got contracts, legally binding, really quality, simplistic contract, basic stuff. It ain't no lot of legalese and jargon. It's just straight to the point and legally binding. And they signed it. And I have documentation, text messages, conversations, email trail. I don't play about my business. And these cats waited till I gave them the music and ghosted me. I ain't heard from none of them in months.
Wow. Okay, so, you guys, we're going to take another break, and we're coming back with St. James because I've learned so much today. So hold on, we'll be back.